Did you know that nearly 90% of all strokes are ischemic and adults over 60 are at the highest risk? Every year in the US, over 600,000 people suffer an ischemic stroke. That's one person every 40 seconds. Yet what's truly frightening is this. Many of these strokes could have been prevented if the early warning signs had been recognized. The problem? These signs are often silent, subtle, and tragically ignored. Most people think they're just feeling tired, dizzy, or off. By the time the real stroke hits, it's too late. Today on Golden Aging Health, we're uncovering 3 early warning signs of an ischemic stroke that doctors rarely emphasize, especially in seniors over 60. These signs can appear up to 7 days before the major stroke strikes. Catching them in time could be the difference between full recovery or lifelong disability. Before we dive in, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. The next few minutes could save your life. Let's get into the first signal that often comes and goes, but could be your brain's only chance to ask for help. Sign number 1. Sudden dizziness or loss of balance. Have you ever stood up in the morning and felt the room spin, even though you hadn't moved too fast? Or maybe you were brushing your teeth and suddenly felt like you had to hold on to the sink for balance. Many people over 60 think it's just low blood pressure, maybe not drinking enough water, or simply getting older. But sometimes, it's more than that. In a recent study published in the journal Stroke, researchers found that about 1 in 10 people who had a stroke experienced unexpected dizziness or balance problems in the days before their stroke happened. These spells were short and easy to dismiss, but they were real warnings from the brain. Why does this happen? When a small blood clot blocks circulation to the part of your brain that controls balance, called the cerebellum, it can cause brief moments of dizziness or feeling off balance. These events are called mini-strokes, or TIA. They're often the body's only early warning before a more serious stroke occurs. Let me tell you about Henry, a 70-year-old retired mailman from Illinois. He noticed he was feeling off balance some mornings, like when tying his shoes or bending down. It passed quickly, so he didn't think much of it. But his wife noticed he was walking differently, like he was leaning slightly to the side. They went to urgent care, and after a brain scan, doctors found he'd already had several small strokes. Those dizzy spells, that was his brain's quiet way of asking for help. So if you've been feeling dizzy or unsteady lately, even just once or twice, don't ignore it. Keep track of when it happens and tell your doctor. It may seem small, but it could help prevent something much more serious. If you've had moments like this, type the word balance in the comments below. Your story might help someone else recognize the signs and take action. Next, we'll talk about a stroke warning sign that only lasts a few moments, but can be one of the most dangerous of all. Sign number 2. Sudden confusion or trouble speaking. Is there ever a moment when you know exactly what you want to say but the words just won't come out right? Or maybe you were trying to explain something simple, but your mind went blank, or your words came out jumbled. Most people chalk this up to just getting older, or maybe being tired. But even if it lasts only a minute or two, this could be your brain warning you about an ischemic stroke. A major study in the Lancet Neurology found that more than 1 in 5 people who had a stroke reported short episodes of confusion, slurred speech, or memory problems in the days before the stroke happened. These weren't major events, they were brief, quiet moments that were easy to ignore. What causes it? A temporary blockage in blood flow to the brain's speech or comprehension areas. It's often part of a transient ischemic attack or mini-stroke. And when that happens, your brain is telling you something serious. Act now. That's what happened to Walter, a 73-year-old retired accountant from Oregon. One afternoon, he was talking with his grandson when he suddenly forgot what he was saying and couldn't remember the boy's name. The moment passed quickly, and his family thought it was just a senior moment. But it happened again 2 days later. This time, he was writing a grocery list and couldn't spell the word milk. His doctor ran some tests, and a scan showed he'd already had a TIA. That small moment of confusion, it was the warning that saved his life. If you ever feel confused, lose track of what you're saying, or suddenly can't speak clearly, then for just a minute, brush it off. Make a note of it and tell your doctor. These small moments could be your brain's early distress signal. If you found this video helpful, tap the like button and subscribe for more life-saving health insights. And don't keep this information to yourself. Share it with friends and family. One simple click could save a life before it's too late. Now let's talk about the last sign that often shows up in the early morning: numbness, or tingling in your arm, leg, or face. It's easy to blame it on the way you slept, but in reality, this could be your brain's final alert before a major stroke strikes. Sign number 3. Numbness or tingling on one side of the body. Nearly 30% of stroke patients experienced numbness or tingling in the days before their stroke, but most ignored it. Waking up with a dead arm or tingling leg might seem normal, especially if you slept in a funny position. But if the numbness keeps happening, especially on the same side of your body, it may be something much more serious. Doctors warn that sudden numbness or weakness on one side is one of the clearest early signs of an ischemic stroke or mini-stroke. It means blood flow to part of your brain may already be blocked, even if only for a short time. A 2021 review in the Journal of Neurology found that nearly 30% of patients who suffered a major stroke had numbness or tingling in the days before it happened. Many ignored it, thinking it would go away on its own. Take Diane, a 69-year-old from North Carolina. She started feeling a strange tingling in her left arm, especially in the early mornings. It would fade after a while, so she thought it was just circulation. But one day, she woke up and couldn't lift that arm at all. Her husband rushed her to the hospital, where doctors confirmed she'd had a TIAA, transient ischemic attack. The stroke could have been much worse if they had waited even one more day. If you feel numbness, tingling, or weakness, especially on just one side of your face, arm, or leg, don't ignore it. Take note of when it happens and for how long. Tell your doctor. Even short episodes might be your body's final warning before something serious. Are you experiencing any of these signs? Drop your experience in the comments below. Your story could help someone else recognize the signs before it's too late. Let's take a moment to review the 3 silent signs that may appear up to 7 days before an ischemic stroke, especially in adults over 60. Sudden dizziness or balance loss. Brief moments of confusion or trouble speaking, and numbness or tingling on one side of the body, often noticed in the morning or during rest. These symptoms may seem small, but they could be your brain's only warning that something serious is about to happen. Recognizing and acting on these signs early can be the difference between full recovery and permanent damage. Research in the Journal of Neurology and other medical journals shows that up to 1 in 3 stroke survivors had warning signs days before their stroke, but most didn't seek help in time. If you or someone you love is experiencing any of these symptoms, it's critical to take action now. Start building a safer, smarter morning routine that supports your brain, heart, and long-term independence. If this video helped you see stroke prevention in a new light, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, Golden Aging Health, for more practical health tips made for seniors. And don't forget to share it with someone you care about. One simple act could save a life. I've also published videos related to stroke before. You can find them in the playlist, Stroke and Heart Attack. Don't wait until it's too late. Watch them now to recognize the risks, change dangerous habits, and protect your brain before a stroke happens. Click now, learn what to look for, and take action while you still can.